Hi guys, in today's feature of the month video, we are going to explore a new feature in Microsoft Lists that allows us to create a new list using CSV file. And we are going to do it in Microsoft Teams environment. So if you have a Microsoft Teams and you have a channel and you want to create a new list, you can easily do that if you have a CSV file for your data. So in this video, we are going to add a new list in a Teams channel, and then we are going to use a CSV file, which is an automobile dealership data input, and we're going to create a list out of that. Then we're going to do some customizations in the list, and then we're going to use that list to export it as a CSV file and then distribute it so that it can be used in other departments as well. All right, so let's jump into our Teams environment. Now, as you can see, we have a channel. Now, let's start off by adding this app. So it's pretty easy. All you need to do is you can just add it from here. That will add a new tab in your Teams channel. And then you can start by creating a list. So as I mentioned, we are going to use CSV file for this video. So let's do that. I'm going to upload my file, which is this one. So as you can see, once I select this file, which is a CSV file, it has already mapped all the columns that were there in the CSV file. Now, obviously, we can make few modifications here as well. So for instance, I know that this column is a number column, so I'm going to change it to number. I want this column to be a choice field so that I can create choices and then use them. And I'm going to do the same for this one as well. So we are doing it on the go as we import the data and create a new list. So, and then let's call it list. Oops, not lost. Let's give it a color and then give it an icon so that you can easily identify it later. Let's give it a coffee cup icon and let's create it. And it depends on the amount of the data in that you have in your CSV file. uh, it's it's not going to take that long. So here, as you can see, that it has created a new list with all the data that was there in the CSV file. Now I can easily filter it as well. So if I want to filter it here, I can apply, and I can easily filter this data. And it's all available in my Microsoft Teams, which is great. Let's remove those filters, and let's see if I can edit it. As you can see, it has created a choice field, but it hasn't created the choices, which I can do that. So let's go and add our choices here. I hit it, and let's do the same for this column as well. So I have three options in this one, and so this is all about the data. You must be aware of your data in order to make these modifications, right? and and that's it. So now I have updated two columns to be choice fields, and I can easily filter it as well. All right, so and let's just add a new column here. Let's call it a person field, and I want to be called it as sorted by. Let's give it. Right, so now we have made some customizations to it as well. And now I want to export this list as a CSV file so that I can distribute it to some other departments or channels, and they can use it as well or create new lists based on this list. So let's do that. Let's export it to CSV file. That's all good with that. And now let's go to another channel. Let's say I want to do it here. It already has a lists tab added, so I'm just gonna start creating a new list here. This is again going to be from CSV file, but this time I'm going to use the file that I exported. So I'm going to fetch that list. It shows me all the data is correctly mapped. It has already identified these fields as choice fields, and this one has number, which is good. I'm happy with that. Dealership list. Let's just make a little modification so so that it's easier for us to identify. Give it a different icon and let's create it. Again, it shouldn't take that long. And voila, now we have our list that was created from a CSV file. We made modifications and then we distributed it to another channel. And if we look at column settings, you can see that this time all our choices are already populated and created as part of the list creation. So that makes it easier for you to create a new list if you have some CSV data out of that data, and then make modifications and then distribute it. All right, so that's all for today. Hope you guys found this feature useful. I certainly did, and hopefully it makes creating new lists a lot easier for you. Until the next feature of the video, stay tuned.